Hi there, I am Sol Barbagalo. I am going to talk about a very interesting novel. This is The 104 Journey, written by Richard Morais, and the title of my presentation is No Pain, No Gain, Mrs. Mallory, Severity and Success, and the Impact on Hassan's Life. Okay, but before starting, I want you to show you some useful information, interesting information about the editions and the versions of the book. Can you see that we have hardcovers, Kindle editions, paperback editions, audio CD books, and audiobooks? The novel that we read during the course was published in 2008, and the latest edition was published in 2014. Then I'm going to show you the topics I'm going to develop throughout the presentation. Mrs. Mallory character, her mood and personality, and Mrs. Mallory turn, yes, and how does Mrs. Mallory affect Hassan's life? Okay, and very important, very paramount are these two concepts, severity and success. Then I want you to give you a definition of these two words. Severity, one definition says, severity is a severe person that looks unfriendly or very strict, and conforming strictly to the rule, method, standard, rigidly accurate or demanding. And success is achievement of a desired goal, such as for obtaining name, fame, wealth, or a high degree, for which a person has tried his level best. It is the positive consequence of one achievement. Okay, why are these two concepts very important? Because these are mentioned, are shown, are portrayed in the life of the characters. Yes, mainly in this character, Madame Gertrude Mallory. She is a classicist, 65 years old woman. She has a very dry and stiff personality. She's really hard to get on with the people around her. She's rigorous intellectual chef of the French cuisine, and she possesses a remarkable trajectory in the world of the most refined cuisine. Then we have Hassan Haji. He's one of the main characters of the novel, of course, and he is who narrates all the events that occur in the novel, and all the events occur mainly around him. He's an Indian teenager. He was born in Bombay, and he learns the art of Indian cooking from his family, mainly from his papa and his mama. He learns also to have truly taste and love from food from his mother as well. In the beginning, Hassan is not an expert. He is not professionally trained. He just cooks. Okay, now you're going to see the first quotation that supports the idea of Mrs. Mallory's success. And it says, in the corner of the quotas, Mallory hung her most prized possessions, 2 gilt-framed articles, each clipped from Le Monde. The article on the left announced her first Michelin star in May 1979. The article on the right, dated March 1986, announced her second star. Okay, here you can see that Mrs. Mallory was not any chef. She was very prestigious. She was a master technician chef. Yes, and she used to stay in her room, yes, reading so long books about remarkable food. Yes, she was classicist by education. Yes. Then we have another quotation that says, she looked him straight in the face, tapped him on the chest with her finger. And another thing, it is tradition here in Lumiere that Madame Mallory has the first choice of the morning produce, It's been the way for decades. And as a foreigner, I appreciate you would have no way of knowing this, but now you do. Okay, this quotation explains that Mrs. Mallory was really furious with Hassan's papa. Yes, she didn't like that anyone else would be her competence, just because Papa settled his restaurant in front of her house. Yes, and she was crazy because her neighbor was receiving the food that she always received from the very morning. She wouldn't accept that. She wouldn't bear that someone else has to do that. Yes? Okay. But is Mrs. Mallory a really malicious character in the novel? Is there someone to whom she has ever supported? And here are the answers. No, she's not really malicious as she seems to be. And of course, there is someone she loves. This is Hassan Hashi. Okay, well, the quotation says, you listen to what I'm saying. This is the chance for your son to become a truly great French chef, a man of taste, a proper artist, not just a cook working in an Indian bistro. Okay. Here, this situation occurs when Mrs. Mallory awaits days and nights outside, yes, of the restaurant, waiting for Hassan's father to talk with her. Yes, she was really determined to ask Papa to allow Hassan to work with her. So she really wanted to give him a proper education. She knew that that gift should be improved, should be exploded. Yes. Okay. Then the next quotation. I am not very good with words, but I would like to tell you that somewhere in my life I lost my way, and I believe you were sent to me, perhaps by my beloved Father, so that I could restore my world. And I thank you for this. You have me understand that good taste is not the birthright of snobs, but a gift from God, sometimes found in the most unlikely of the places and in the unlikeliest of people. All right. In this quotation, we can see that Mrs. Mallory, in fact, really appreciate him. Yes, we can see that her feelings towards Hassan have changed, and even more, she has a heart. Yes, she is not very cold and nasty. Let's say she looks like cold, but inside her heart she has changed, and part of that change has been having a Hassan in her restaurant. Okay, here we have the other point of my presentation. This is about Mrs. Mallory's turn, and you can see that there was a turning point in her life. This is a point in which she realizes that she has been wrong, so wrong, and she has done wrong in many years. Okay, great. Here comes the quotation. In the depths of those glinting little eyes, she sees the balance sheet of her life, an endless list of credits and debits, accomplishments and failures, small acts of kindness and real acts of cruelty. And the tears finally come as she looks away, unable to see this thing to the very end, for she knows without looking of the terrible imbalance. How long ago the credits stopped while the debits and vanity, selfishness ran on and on. And her involuntary cry for mercy, it rings out into the chapel, witnessed only by a painted board with a peckish task-toothed smile. Okay, this situation happens in the chapel where Mrs. Mallory goes, after she has a fight, yes, an encounter with Pierre Henry. Pierre Henry went into a rage because of the comments she made, telling that it was not her fault that Hassan were injured. Okay, but in fact she has a responsibility because she was fighting with Hassan's father. Yes, okay, and she there sees that her most loyal friend was feeling so much disdain for her. He was feeling upset about her behavior, yes, and all these acts, yes, she realizes that it's something wrong with her. Okay, well, let's go with the next. How does Mrs. Mallory affect Hassan's life? And we can see that despite all the struggles that Hassan had to face, his life changes right. Hassan becomes little by little a really distinguished and successful chef. Yeah, and Mrs. Mallory is who accompanies him all throughout his career, yes, in an implicit, in an explicit way. So Hassan always suspected about her helping hand. Let's see. For that noise, so arrogant and dismissive, it was very familiar to me, and while I had no proof, indeed never got it. I knew in that instant the arrival of Le Comte de Nancy Cellier and his property, it was all somehow the work of Madame Mallory, invisible work. Okay, this situation happens when Hassan recognizes that Le Comte de Nancy Cellier was decided, yes, to contact Hassan and help him with the payment of the restaurant, okay, his first restaurant. And as Le Comte de Nancy Cellier was a very regular visitant of Mrs. Mallory restaurant, he believes, yes, that she was helping him all this time. Yes, that's why I said that it was in an implicit way, but she is there with him. Okay, and then the last two quotations of the last point. Mrs. Mallory had taught me the details make the restaurant, and no one could say I didn't learn my lessons very well. For even I twinned each table with a mahogany footstool on which the women could rest their precious handbags. And we came right as soon as we heard the news. It was just so fantastic. We just had to see and congratulate you. Immediately. What an incredible achievement. Madame Mallory, she was right. Okay, we can see in these two last quotations that Mrs. Mallory affects Hassan's life in a very positive way, in a very successful way. The first quotation, it's clear to see that Mrs. Mallory had taught him how to achieve the excellence, how to achieve the best, yes, how to be the best, all right? That's why he then got the third Michelin star. And then the last quotation, yes, the situation is when Margaret knew about the great achievement of Hassan, and she emphasizes that Mrs. Mallory was right. So Mrs. Mallory's job was done, yes, was just that. Well, here you have the conclusions, yes. Mrs. Mallory isn't as stressful as she seems. Despite of her rudeness, she was able to reflect on her attitudes towards others and make changes for around welfare and everyone. And as I said before, Hassan obtained his last Michelin star. Yes, he experienced, a lot of strategies, yes, but that showed him the path of his triumph. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you like it.